sing the Lord's song in a strange land. So let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in the sight. Oh Lord, this is the day of joy, the day of joy, the day of joy. Hi everyone. The day of joy that the Lord has made. Today is my day of joy, my day of joy, my day of joy. Today is my day of victory, my day of joy that the Lord has made. Hi everyone. My firstborn son graduates high school tomorrow. Thank you, Jesus. Hello, Eleanor Sanctuary. My spirit, soul, and body. My spirit, soul, and body. My spirit, soul, and body. Shout hallelujah. My son graduates high school tomorrow. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. God has been faithful. Listen. Come on in, everyone. My spirit, soul, and body. Shout hallelujah. My spirit, soul, and body. Praise the Lord. Hi, everyone. And the Sanctuary's got it. Don't even ask questions. She's got you on Instagram. Hi, everybody. Come on in. Say hello. Come on in. Say hello. How has everybody's week been? It's Friday tomorrow. Can you believe it? It's been raining for it was really, really hot today. And I don't do heat well. Not leaving this out. But it's been raining for the last, I want to say 5 hours now. Thereabout. Hi, Miss Gail. I haven't forgotten about you. You should hear from me soon. So let me say this, y'all. If you're, hi everyone. If you're my client and we have a current case next week, for the most part, Facebook. Okay, I'm back. Facebook and Instagram. No, Facebook and YouTube. Okay, let me start this. Okay, let's get that going. What am I doing? Hold on 1 second, people. It's been a long day. Okay, here we go. So, because I got criminal trials next week, and that needs my complete attention. Hi, hello, Miss Akindele. How are you? So yeah, but I will try to respond to emails. But I got a murder case to try. Wish me luck. I got a murder case to try. That's the story of my life. Hi, everybody. Come on in. This is Attorney 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. I'm an immigration attorney based in Alabama, representing immigration clients in all 50 states. Got an immigration case. If it's a case that we do, and if you want to know what kind of cases that I handle when it comes to immigration, go on our website, 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕, and it will give you the complete list of. It's got to be one of the cheapest friends giving me a hug. It's gonna have a complete list of what services we offer as far as immigration. And if you need to contact us, Miss Eleanor Sanctuary's got you on Instagram. If you are on Facebook and YouTube, it's scrolling across the screen. For those on TikTok, it's 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕 334-341-4475. You can also text us to that number. It's the same number on WhatsApp, email info@𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕, contact @𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. Either of those work. What's going on? Tell me about your day. Hello, Mr. Taiwo. How are you? How have you been? Haven't heard from you in a while. That's one of my clients who doesn't really bug me. There's some clients who email you every single day. And Ms. Ellen Sanctuary is representing immigration clients in all 50 states of the United States. For consultations, contact 334-341-4475 or visit www.olalalawfirm.com to schedule your consultation. Thank you, newscaster. Newscaster Longry. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate all the love. Good evening. God bless. How are you? So we had went from work to graduation service at the church for my kid and his classmates. Y'all, if I'm sure some of you have high school graduates. This is my first child. So he was saying, I said, see, you survived your mama. And he goes, guess what? That means I can survive anything in life. Listen, just saying, he survived his mama. So I guess he can survive anything in life. But anyway, let's talk immigration. So tonight, I'm trying to not too much because I got a lot to get done for his graduation tomorrow. So we're going to just do questions. Someone had emailed me and telling, he said, yeah, that means I can survive anything. Well, I think if a child can survive an African mother or a Caribbean mother, I think for the most part, they will be able to survive anything. Should be told. They will survive it. So I said, hey, but the thing is, you give them the foundation to be able to go into the world, because college is real life. To go into the world, they're going to be making decisions. It's no longer you're making decisions for them. Like the speaker tonight was saying that, for many years in the beginning of their lives, parents are making decisions for them. But at this stage, it's them. It's, now you've got to use the foundation that your parents have given you in your faith to now make your decisions and carve your path in this complicated life. So, prayers, I ask for prayers on behalf of my child and for everyone who has a child graduating, and for all our kids, that they'll continue to excel. TJ, in all they do. So I got my firstborn child graduating, T. And then I got, so if you are Coach New Face, if you are so everybody does exams first semester, but if you maintain a 95 and above, so where you going? If you maintain a 95 and above, for the school throughout the school year, then you get to be exempt from the second semester exams, right? Right? Look who's exempt from all his exams, because he maintained a 95 and above, and he survived his mama. Yeah, so he's exempt from exams next week. Thank you, Lord. If they can survive me, they can survive anything. That's it. But anyway, let's talk immigration. All right, so we're doing questions. We're doing questions tonight. Let's go to questions. Thank you, Miss Ellen Sanctuary. I'm so, listen, parenting is not easy. Parenting is not easy. It is not for the faint of heart. Lord knows parenting is not. Hey, they survive. I mean, right? But because you just keep it's a day at a time. Like you just like, oh, lunch. I know what is it today, but I think at the end of the day, if the foundation I have is the foundation I've given my kids, which is what my mother gave me, which is faith, which is Jesus. There's no other. I don't know any other way. And I think if you have that foundation, you can build on that. It doesn't mean you wouldn't make errors in life. It just means that you have a starting point in life where you always know that you can come back to and restart. Anyway, all right. Okay, people, if you got questions, put them in the comment section. I will try to run through as many as I possibly can. 334-341-4475. That's the number to contact us. All right, let me start on it. So I'm going to go that way. Hello, Mr. Taylor. How are you? Um, Thank you, Miss Merther. How you doing? How's your week been? You are blessed as well. Thank you, Mr. Taylor. Yes, 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 yes. There's nothing. I love worship. I love worship. I love. I'm not. I don't do religion. I do spirituality in the sense of it's more of a connection with God because anybody can go to church. Anybody can go to mosque. But what is that within your soul that gives you that connection? So. I, and for me, worship worship is everything. Praise and worship. That's actually how I give my life to Christ back in secondary school. Yeah, you would think much younger, but yeah, I was wow, dear. I was born again in secondary school, but don't get it twisted. I still love to party, but not really now. But back in the day, especially in college, when you party so much and you flunk the test, that's when you know, okay, Jesus is not playing with you anymore. But anyway, that was the story of my life then. What do you think about the Florida new immigration law? I have avoided saying anything about that. The one thing I would say though, the one thing I would say is because someone asked me about traveling because they had planned a family vacation for the summer, and they have two people in their family that are undocumented. They're worried, and so they were asking me, what's going to happen if listen, there are many other places to go to for a vacation. It's not just Florida. I'm just saying, that's just me, because there is no telling what's to come until we start seeing the law being applied. And there's a whole lot just going on. Title 42 is ending. It's going to be more chaos for arriving aliens at the border. It's a whole lot of mess. But at the end of the day, we keep praying for one another as immigrants. So, Miss Merther, I reserve my opinion on because I didn't even notice that one of my, Miss Portis, there's a lady who comes to help me, and I use her as a photographer. Don't judge. But I didn't notice that I had just gotten off the phone with USCI, so she was like, you know what? Okay, let's do some shots for today. And so in one of the photos she had taken, I had my fist clenched, and I didn't even realize that I had my fist clenched. And one of the people on Instagram says, as lovely as that photo is, I hope the person you were clenching the fist for. I didn't even realize that, but I said it because, sometimes you almost feel like you're fighting a lost battle, but you just have to keep going. That's how immigration is. Thank you, Miss Endless Sanctuary. Unless I should even employ herself. In short, you keep fighting. But I think for me, in spite of all the challenges that come with this craziness in this immigration field, the reward at the end of it, knowing that everyone's journey is different, but the reward is that there's going to be a path for all of us, and that's the prayer. It is what keeps me going. So it's not. I don't like to fight unless you look for my trouble. Then so, but I'm trying not to lose my cool, Miss Martha. So I'm just gonna leave that alone. Yeah. At the end of the day, we're all bloody immigrants. That's just the truth of the matter. We all came here, unless you're Native American. And by Native American, I mean American Indian. So unless you're that. Yeah, everybody came from somewhere. Andrew says, I applied for that July 2021. When can they make, I'm assuming you mean decision. It's is taking upwards of 3 years for them to make a decision. That's just a normal processing time for us that we're seeing. Miss Gibson, I don't know if you missed CJ. Yeah, he was here. Thank you, Miss Merther. I appreciate that. Um, do I have a daughter? I don't. I don't. I have a niece. Well, I have a niece. The only one that's close to me. She's my mini me. If you go my personal page, you see her photo. You would think that's my daughter. Actually, someone said, I didn't know you had a daughter. She's my daughter. Traditionally, but she's my niece. But she looks exactly like me. Looks exactly like me. But I don't have a daughter of my own, and I don't miss not having that because God's got a great sense of humor. He probably would have given me someone that looks just like me and has my personality. And please understand when I tell you that there is no reason why there should be two of me in a household. Even I know that. Just saying. There's absolutely no reason why there should be two of me in the same household because let's just leave it as that. Let's just leave it as that. No reason. So we thank God for what the situation is. Yeah. Hello, Mr. Femi. How are you? If you want to get a replacement EAD based on VAL, what's the percentage should I send the application to? Disclaimer, nothing specific to anyone's case. General information, but anything that's got to do with generally, if it's got to do with VAL, and you filed it with the Vermont Service Center from the beginning, meaning you did not have a case where you're converting from a regular case, now you convert to a VAL case, then it's the Vermont Service Center. If you're converting, then you will have to go on USCIS.gov. The I-765 will tell you where to file your application. Okay. All right, let me go to people on TikTok and let's see. We're love versus, I know. And they're all very ethnic. I know. I'm an African woman. I know. What form U.S. citizens need to file for someone in under 18? Sit down with a lawyer to discuss your case. If you're asking what form you need to file, then you need to hire a lawyer for your case. How long does it take to get approved I-751? That's it, USCIS.gov/% times. That's the default, but it still would depend on how much evidence you submitted. Are they still, planning to schedule an interview in your case? Where you live, your jurisdiction. Do you have a lot of immigrants? Do you live in states like Texas, Maryland? And what is the processing time for the field officers adjudicating your case if it's going to be scheduled for an interview? There's a lot that goes into how long something takes. Thank you, Magnify. I appreciate that. Can I travel outside the U.S. with the extension notice while my I-751 is pending? As long as the extension notice is still valid, then generally, yes. I'm not saying about your case, just the general information. Thank you, Kay Beasley. Can I go to a cruise on advanced parole and deportation order? So, if you already have a deportation order, traveling and your proceedings have not been terminated, you're risking not being able to come back in and being admitted. So I always say that just make sure you have your proceedings terminated before you embark on traveling outside the United States. My oldest kid is on it. Hey, SJ. That's my graduate. He's not going to show his face. You just see his photos on my timeline. He was telling his brother to stay. I have a J1 visa now, and I want to change to O visa. Is that possible? Miss Amina, the first question is your J1 subject to the 2-year home residence rule? If you're not subject to the 2-year home residence rule, then are you in not valid status? Is your J1, not the visa itself, the I-94, are you still in duration of status, basically? So those are the questions to ask yourself. Thank you, Brown. I didn't murder your name. Do you normally get another social security number after receiving your EAD? I had a social security number from the J1 work and travel. Generally, no, but listen, they won't give you another number. They may issue you another card because I had that happen literally today for a client who already has a social security number. We did not request for another one. USCIS just decided to issue yet another one, but it's going to be the same number. So you will still get the same number. If your number is going to be different, that's just a different application that you have to make. Let's see. Should my husband and I use an attorney for a change of status, or can we do it ourselves? You're asking an attorney if you use an attorney? Well, just which form? Okay, that's already answer that question. Thank you, Shoei, for answering that question. Let's see. Okay. Field office request for evidence of Form I-693 after I-130 approval. Does that mean interview waived? Generally, it could be. I don't know anything about your case, but if nowadays, if they're asking you for a sending a narrative for medical, that's usually what it is. Okay. How long does it take to hear from USCIS after you send the response for RFE? Depends on what it is that they asked you for to start with, and depends on. There's no set time, but they usually would say if you want to receive your request, if you haven't heard from us within 60 days, contact us. So if it's been more than 60 days, then you can go ahead and contact them. See the back of my hair. My hair is I've had it for 3 or 4 weeks now, so I'll take a photo and put it up, but it's not as neat as when I usually just make it. But I'll take a photo and put it up. Okay, let's go to Instagram. I'm gonna try to make tonight short because tomorrow is about my kid. I'm taking tomorrow off. I will try to respond to emails that may be pressing, but if you are trying to get me tomorrow, please understand that I am a mother first. Well, I'm a woman first, but when it comes to roles, mama, and then everything else. God, Abby, mama, everything else. Tomorrow is about my kids, so I will be away from my emails and all that for the majority of the day. So, hello, Miss Lee. Let me see how are you. Did you get my email? I sent you 2 emails, I believe, Miss Lee. Let me see. Be sure you checked, or unless I missed your response. Thank you, Miss Faso. Is it Faso? Yeah. Happy Mother's Day in advance to all you wonderful, beautiful, amazing, multitasking fellow immigrant mothers. And we are listen, y'all men already know women are a different breed. Like, y'all know that you cannot do anything without us. We get you in trouble and we get you out of trouble. Because I was still having the argument with someone that where and all of this things is because Eve said Adam was minding his own business. It was what my friend was saying, just minding his own darn business. And that woman came and said, hey, this is what we got to do. So it's been a while. Your women have been telling us what to do. It's like, I'm sure he had a brain of his own. He could have said no. And he asked me, like, because it knows, like, Abby, if you ask, I've never seen you where somebody tells you no and you don't figure out a way to get a yes out of them. And I was like, well, that's true. So you think Adam could have said no and that would have been the end of it? Then again, maybe not. However, we also help you to fix the mess that we help you create. But jokes apart, happy Mother's Day in advance to all you wonderful. Miss Egg sent me this huge coffee mug, very beautiful for Mother's Day. She's one of my clients. My clients. I have another client who sent me a whole box of food stuff. Like, yeah, I just love, just show me love, and I just appreciate it. I don't take it for granted. The only issue with the food stuff is I gotta get my mama to come because I ain't gonna cook. No, I'm not doing it. I don't have the time. I only cook for my kids because the government says I gotta feed them. That's all. Um, I'm a good cook. I really, my kids will eat my food. But then again, someone says, well, that's all they know. They've eaten different things, but they eat my food before they pick. But I just don't have the time to cook as often as they would like me to do. Um, not doing it. But happy Mother's Day in advance. I pray that for all of us, those who are expecting, I pray that your joy will be full. Those of us who have this wonderful humans that call us mothers, I pray that no one would ever take our places, that we will reap the reward of our labor. Our labor shall not be in vain. No other woman will come and be mother to our children, that before our eyes we will see them excel in all that they do, that we will continue to speak life into them, and they would continue to excel and stand out for greatness and excellence and honor amongst their peers all the days of their lives. God will grant them long life. He would grant them joy. He would encompass them with his fire, that they will remain untouchable and they will always be honorable, that your joy over them shall continually be full. Happy Mother's Day. And Miss Giwa, thank you for bringing that up. Happy Mother's Day to you. She's got wonderful kids. She is one of the, Miss Giwa is my client, but she's one of the most, she literally embodies that verse in the Bible where Abraham hoped against hope. That's Miss Giwa. I'm not even kidding you. And she does motherhood like it's, they drop in the ocean now, because I'm like, my kids are almost 6 years apart, because I needed to figure out that this motherhood thing initially with the first one. Like, because Shima, we talk about Nigeria, you can get a nanny per child. How much are you going to pay? But then come to a place like UK or the US, and even a nanny is making as much as you're making, so you gotta wait. Like, okay, because I was a stay-at-home mom for over 10 years, and love it when I don't like your weight. Yeah, I was, and so it was this law thing. It wasn't like it was motherhood for about a decade, and then I was like, about a decade. Let's see. Yeah, was it because 2000? It was when 2004. Okay, went back to school, but I started my firm 2016. Yeah, about a decade. So you could not pay me to go by being a stay-at-home mom. I don't care how much you want to give. No, it is the hardest, toughest job ever. It is. Oh hell no, no, you could not. Let's just leave that alone. But God bless you all, mothers. We are just wonderful humans. And for those waiting on God and those waiting to share life with somebody else, I pray that our joy will continue to be full. Okay, let's see. Yeah, my kid says he can survive anything to survive me. So hey, listen. In my house, it is you don't get to play video game on a school night unless you've done your homework, unless you've had like no less than a 95 for the whole week. My kids don't come home. I can't remember the last time I had a conversation with any of the two of them about coming home and do your homework first before you do anything. You come home, you eat, but you do your homework before you get on your phone. It's just they already knew and got to know that if we don't want the whole world to come crashing down, this is what we need to do. So sometimes when I hear people like, I can't get them to do homework, and I'm thinking, and I thank God, but I'm thinking, you gotta take what makes them happy, take it away. They will do the homework, but I'm an African mother. That's just the way my kids have been raised. I'm an African mother. Just the way it is. It's Marcus underscore Esquire. Parenting is, say that again. If kids could come with instruction manuals, it would be good, but give God the glory. Give God the glory, I'm telling you. Okay. Ayaba underscore Suin. Hope I didn't murder your name. What is your question? I didn't say anything. Let's see. Okay. I have a son who is 10 years old and with 10 years green card. Please, can he stay out of country for 1 year? Does it cause any problems from immigration? So your son has a 10-year green. He's got a green card and it's 10, and you're asking if he can stay. If he's going to stay outside the country for more than 1 year, then you have to apply for a re-entry permit on his behalf. If not, you'll be deemed to have abandoned his status. I have an RFP for Nigerian divorce for Hala. Can I go ahead to get a divorce here just in case they deny I-130? You can. If they sent you an RFP for that, and if you feel, because it's gotten to the point now where they would literally tell you that even if we see it online, we still may not believe it, because I'm not even kidding y'all. There's an RFP that someone retained me for, and they actually put it on that RFP. No, notice of intent to deny that, because we know that it's fraudulent documents are readily and easily obtained in Nigeria. Right there. So basically, we are all fraudsters. Not welcome. So yeah, you can, just in case. So you already have that. Hello, Miss Bena. How are you feeling? How are you feeling, Miss Bena? How are you feeling? Much better? How long does it take to get a VA green card? They don't start working on your green card until the VA petition has been approved. Thank you, Ms. Mackenzie. I appreciate that. Hello to Tuola Ahmed. Welcome aboard, everybody. Happy Mother's Day, Miss Illinois Sanctuary. Happy Mother's Day to that gorgeous young lady, that beautiful daughter of yours. Let's see. Okay, so I think I have practically I-751 fingerprint were taken after case was transferred. I did inform the interview. Is it okay? Is what okay? Is what okay? Mo Awad, is what okay? Can someone with work authorization travel to Florida for vacation with their family? This Florida thing. Now, if you have a pending case and you have you have a valid ID, you have your pending green card application, or you have advanced parole, if you're able to travel outside the United States, then now it's still very, very discretionary. This is not a federal law. It's a state law. Is it going to people are challenged that it's not constitutional? But listen, I cannot tell you whether or not you should go to a state where they're basically praying to be anti-immigrants. It's just you travel and see what happens. But you have the information. My wife has passed. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm waiting for my interview. Can you tell me what happens in cases like this? What I will suggest for you to do is to let US, because your I-130 would automatically convert to an I-360, but USCIS will not know that your wife passed unless you inform them. So what you would need to do would be to write a letter and let them know what the change in circumstances change in circumstances is, and request that they convert, just like the law allows to convert your I-130 to a widow's petition. And so that's what I would start with first of all. If you worked legally, can you combine your income with your spouse for I-864? You can, as long as the source of income will continue after you become a green card holder. There is that caveat to it. I texted you, but I never got a feedback. If you texted me on TikTok, we don't respond to messages on TikTok. If you texted, you would have gotten in an auto message, so you weren't paying attention. You have gotten an auto message saying we don't, you have to reach out to us on Instagram. I've got well over 5,000 messages on TikTok. There's no way possible I can respond to that. And my TikTok, I do it myself. So I don't ever, because, in the sense that I just do that one myself because I enjoy TikTok, because I'm always on TikTok. But I have someone who takes care of social media messages, and you will get a response, but it's not going to be on TikTok. So reach out to us on Instagram, preferably on Instagram. How long does it take to receive your biometrics appointment after your case has started? Depends on what you found. Okay, let's see. Mush G, thank you. All right. Okay, people. Yeah, I said it was going to be a short night. I know there's still some questions, but let me get this house enough to fingerprint is taken. Can you expect your work permit through VA? Fingerprint has nothing to do with how long your work permit is going to be. I have someone whose fingerprint was done since July of last year. She's still waiting on her EAD, and I have someone whose EAD was approved. We got it today, and we filed it in January, and she hasn't even done a biometric. We just literally got her EAD, and we got the biometrics notice this week as well. So there's no fingerprint on her EAD. So it doesn't have anything to do with, one doesn't have anything to do with the other. I always say that sometimes it's coincidental, but it's just what it is. Okay. All right. Tony says, are you single? Trust me, I'm trying to save everybody the headache of dealing with me. Don't be fooled by the smile. Don't be fooled by the smile. Just saying. Okay, let me answer this real quick. Hello, Miss Chrissy. How are you? We filed married filing separately. Does that count for anything, or it's only joint tax filing that counts? It depends on the reason, and it just depends on, and sometimes it will ask you, and if it's a case where someone is self-employed, and they always have to pay taxes back to the government, like I always have to do, and you want to get your refund, then it makes sense to do that separately. So it just depends. My abusive husband took my EAD and refused to give it back. I have recently sent an application for VA. How can I get a replacement card since they wouldn't give it back? You would have to file a 765 and ask them to replace it as lost. Okay. All right, everyone. I cannot do more questions. Let's just thank you, Tony. I will see you guys. I don't know, because like I said, I have a trial. It's criminal trial week starting Monday. We have jury selection. So my case most likely will try on Tuesday. So I don't know if we would have live, but I'll keep you guys updated. If not, I have one of my staff members post something. If we'll just see how Monday goes. I guess Monday is going to determine what the week is going to be like. But since we're going to have Mother's Day before I see you guys next, so all you amazing souls that God has ordained and counted us worthy to become mothers and to birth people and to bring life into the world, happy Mother's Day to all of you. And in all that we do, as long as we trust that God is in control, He will continue to direct our path, and the lines will fall for us in pleasant places. Our children will succeed in all that they do. Our labor over them shall not be in vain. Our labor over them shall not be in vain. It shall not be in vain. Someone else would not take our positions in the lives of our children. We would not labor in vain. And we will keep celebrating, and our children shall call us blessed, and they will be fruitful, they will be prosperous, they will be referred to as children of grace, children of excellence, of honor. And in all that you do, that God will reward you, and your children shall always call you blessed. And for all of us still waiting on God and seeking God's face in this immigration business thing, um, just hold on. Everyone's time is coming. It's, like we say in Yoruba language, 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕, right? It's really, it may look like it's taking. Correct me, people, because my Yoruba is very questionable, but it may look like it's taking forever. But that is the human eye. There's no delay when it comes to God. Everything works out the way and the time that He intends it to work out. So just hold on, hold on, hold on. We didn't come this far to give up. We didn't come this far not to get to our destination. We didn't come this far to not let fear or doubt take over. No, we came this far because we know with God's backing, we shall be victorious. And so shall it be. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Enjoy and be celebrated as mothers. And I will see you guys soon, hopefully next week, but we'll see. Bye.